The Flying Sword magical treasures are divided into 10 tiers. Tier 1, 2, 3. Low-level magical treasures. Tier 4, 5, 6. Mid-level magical treasures, divided into common, fine, and rare qualities. Tier 7, 8, 9. High-level magical treasures, divided into common, fine, and rare qualities. Tier 10. Top-level magical treasures, divided into common, fine, rare, immortal grade, and divine grade qualities. Above Tier 10 are spiritual treasures and immortal treasures, specific grades to be discussed later. Level division: beginner, intermediate, advanced, exquisite, mysterious, sex-suppressing, supreme, Tao level. Taoist techniques are numerous and broadly divided into Qi refining heart skill, basic sword formulas, 5 elements skill, yin-yang magnetic energy, thunder skill, forbidden skill, divine techniques, and various secret skills. Secret skills encompass myriad disciplines, including escape skill, Buddha light divine light, pupil technique, heavenly vision and earthly hearing skill, invisibility technique, stealth techniques, disguise transformation skill, object control skill, forbidden god skill, possession skill, heart lock spell, infinite divine sense, soul refining skill, soul splitting skill, netherworld blood curse, profound yin soul capturing skill, corpse refining, ghost refining, gu refining, true words, celestial secret skill, and so on. Player level. Based on the Qi refining heart skill level, a Qi refining heart skill at level 50 means level 50. Upon reaching level 100 in the Qi refining heart skill, one can trigger a celestial tribulation. Failing the tribulation results in the maximum death penalty, losing 50 years of lifespan to reform the body, and being afflicted with a negative debuff for 3 years, preventing cultivation improvement. Successfully overcoming the tribulation allows the consolidation of the Tao Foundation, primarily upgrading the Qi refining heart skill. Tao Foundation. Qi and blood plus 10,000, mana plus 10,000, magic power plus 5,000, etc. Note: the attributes of the Tao Foundation are determined by the Qi refining heart skill and the strength of the celestial tribulation. The above attributes are examples only. Qi refining heart skill advancement. For example, the protagonist cultivates the purple essence Qi refining skill, and each level increase grants Qi and blood plus 20 points, mana plus 40 points, magic power plus 20 points, mana recovery plus 0.1/second. After successfully overcoming the tribulation, each level increase grants Qi and blood plus 200 points, mana plus 400 points, magic power plus 200 points, mana recovery plus 1 per second. Note: the above are examples, specifically determined by the heart skill and the power of the celestial tribulation. The stronger the tribulation, the higher the bonus. Death penalty. Upon death, lifespan must be expended to reform the body, losing 5 to 50 years of lifespan. Generally, dying while leveling up to wild monsters results in a loss of around 5 years, while dying to powerful bosses or evil demon sect magic results in a loss of over 10 years. The maximum penalty for death is failing the tribulation, losing 50 years to reform the body. Additionally, certain special artifacts or environments can break through the 50-year limit. For instance, some ancient grand arrays or within a grotto heaven may have special methods to trap one from reviving, potentially causing complete death. A giant wooden ship, 1,000 meters long, anchored on the boundless water surface, with the river water boiling around it. Countless enormous aquatic creatures were frantically attacking the giant ship. A black fish spirit with a 4 to 5 meter long fish body, covered in scales, with 2 long whiskers hanging from its chin. A crab spirit standing upright on its shellback, waving its claws. An unnamed aquatic creature resembling a bug, with layers of wrinkled folds. Dense aquatic spirits gathered at the ship's rails, either frantically striking and colliding, or spewing water arrows and venom. Some fish spirits puffed up their cheeks to create waves over 10 meters high, crashing against the transparent shroud covering the giant ship. Thunderfire Tower, prepare to charge. On the thick deck of the giant ship stood towering white jade stone towers. The stone towers had a warm texture, with dense spiritual patterns carved on their surfaces. Around each tower, 4 players stood, placing their hands on the stone pillars to inject mana. Intense spiritual light swiftly extended upwards along the formation patterns, converging at the tower's peak into a fiercely expanding flaming thunderball, with threads of lightning crazily dancing inside. Release! With a forceful command, the enormous thunderball flew out and plunged into the water. Boom! The terrifying blazing divine thunder exploded repeatedly, turning a radius of several hundred meters into a fiery inferno. Endless river water evaporated and rose, and the aquatic spirits within were all torn to shreds, the blood instantly dyeing a large area of the river red. Hint: your teammate killed a level 26 blackfish spirit, normal, earning 5 points of slaying experience. Refining Jade Talisman grants an additional 100% experience boost, totaling 10 points of slaying experience. Hint: due to an unknown factor, an additional 5 points of slaying experience were obtained, giving you a total of 15 points of slaying experience. Hint: your teammate killed a level 31 crab spirit, weak, earning 7 points of slaying experience. Refining Jade Talisman grants an additional 100% experience boost, totaling 14 points of slaying experience. Hint: due to an unknown factor, an additional 7 points of slaying experience were obtained, giving you a total of 21 points of slaying experience. Hint: your teammate killed a level 38 shrimp spirit leader, elite, earning 62 points of slaying experience and 1 point of cultivation. Refining Jade Talisman grants an additional 100% experience boost, totaling 124 points of slaying experience and 1 point of cultivation. Hint: due to an unknown factor, an additional 62 points of slaying experience and 1 point of cultivation were obtained, giving you a total of 186 points of slaying experience and 2 points of cultivation. Hint: your teammate killed a level 29. After the earth-shattering barrage ended, Suyu immediately felt countless warm currents surging within his body. He quickly opened the interface and saw that the 200 or so Thunderfire towers on the giant wooden ship's deck had fired in unison, eliminating a total of 962 creatures of varying levels and gaining 17,562 points of slaying experience. Awesome! Turning off the interface, Suyu looked beyond the giant ship. The fiery lightning had disappeared, and the water vapor had dissipated, revealing the blood-red river water and the floating debris of various aquatic spirits. Craftsman, check the Thunderfire towers. Everyone else, prepare to clean up the remnants. The wave hadn't killed all the surrounding creatures. Beneath the blood-red waves, large dark shadows occasionally surfaced, creating whirlpools and dragging pieces of debris underwater, disappearing without a trace. Splash! A large shadow broke through the water's surface, revealing a massive fish head the size of a truck, with deep black scales as large as palms, biting onto a piece of debris and sinking into the water, splashing huge waves. Blackfish Spirit Leader, Elite, Level 53, Aquatic Race, Blackfish Turn Spirit. Attributes: Chi and Blood 28,400, Demonic Power 760, Attack 2,560, Speed 280 kilometers per hour. Skills: Water Arrow Skill, Group Water Arrows, Water Shield Skill, Wave Surge Skill, Vortex Skill. Damn, a boss? As the words fell, 3 veteran players from a nearby guild leaped into the air. One opened his mouth to release a blue light, which transformed into a 3-jang longsword beam under his command and plunged into the water. Another pulled out a small banner, waving it to transform into a gigantic ghost banner emitting black smoke. It lightly shook, and a black vortex appeared on the banner face, releasing numerous black shadows that transformed into smoking ghosts. These fierce ghosts ranged from level 30 to 40. After gathering over 100 heads, they charged into the water with a wave of the 100 ghost banner. Shortly, the river exploded, and a massive creature akin to a yacht burst from the water, revealing its 10-meter-long enormous body, with deep black scales thick as hands and fins standing upright. Thick spikes as wide as an arm extended from its head to its tail. It's massive! Amidst the exclamations of newcomers, a blue sword beam shot out of the water, circling around the black fish spirit and causing a series of sparks and a chain of damage around 70 points. Then, over 100 fierce ghosts rushed out and swarmed together, their weapons attacking all at once. But the damage was low, with only a few points at the least, and 20 to 30 points at the most. However, the quantity was high, and the cumulative damage was quite significant. At this time, another senior guild player produced a palm-sized silver gourd, threw it, and it expanded in the wind to a size larger than a person. A silver vortex appeared at the gourd's mouth, and a blinding silver light flashed for an instant. The next second, a bloody hole exploded in the Blackfish Spirit boss's head, with the silver light piercing through and emerging on the other side. 1258! The boss opened its mouth to let out a wailing scream, then plunged back into the water. Beneath the surface, the water stirred, rapidly forming a giant vortex over 50 meters in diameter. A moment later, a massive fish head protected by a transparent water shield extended from the vortex, inhaling deeply to gather countless blue light dots, then exhaling sharply to launch arm-thick water arrows skyward. The players from the attacked guild quickly retreated to the battleship. Water arrows bombarded the barrier, causing ripples. The boss sprayed continuously, releasing a dozen volleys of arrows in one breath, but all were blocked. Its excellent performance caught the captain's attention, and with an order, over 100 people flew off the ship. Various flying swords and magical treasures swarmed together, rendering the previously mighty Blackfish Spirit completely dazed. In less than 10 seconds, it turned into a riddled corpse floating on the water surface, and Suyu received over 200 slaying experience and 2 Dao points. At this moment, the captain clapped to draw everyone's attention, and his loud voice rang out. According to guild rules, today is the last day of guild benefits. If you want to continue upgrading after tomorrow, you need to pay extra fees. Full guild members get a 10% discount, paying 90 taels of silver a day. Elite members get 20% off, paying 80 taels of silver a day. Those interested come to register with me now. As soon as he finished speaking, the numerous newcomers gathered on the deck started discussing animatedly. Suyu glanced at the many newcomers flocking around, and then withdrew his gaze, looking at the undulating waves and many monster corpses outside the giant ship, then raised his head toward the sky. Above the unknown high dome of the sky, there was a chaotic void column of an unknown length spanning across the sky, with space inside constantly shattering and reforming, extending to an unknown distant horizon. In that distant sky, half of the sky appeared as if a large piece had been ripped away, filled with surging chaos, like a raging sea. The chaotic void column plunged headlong into the chaotic sea, splashing ripples that spread out. This is the other shore. But it is not a game, Suyu pursed his lips. When he first reincarnated into this world, he saw a cultivation system combined with technology, thinking he had arrived in a modern world with a cultivation system. But as he slowly grew up, it wasn't until he successfully awakened at 18, gaining a body of data-based laws, that he truly understood the truth of this world. Over 100,000 years ago, the universe collapsed, and Earth was destroyed. But humans on Earth did not perish with it. Instead, they, like many other races in the universe, were chosen by the heavenly Tao of the Other Shore world, with the entire race entering the Other Shore. Other Shore, a vast yet extremely strange real world beyond imagination. It is a world like the mythical legends of Chinese civilization, filled with immortals and demons, with flying immortals, wondrous immortal skills, and countless strange monsters and demons, countless heavenly treasures from myth and legend. Everything inside is real, and one can gain the legendary great power through cultivating methods. Flying through the sky, plucking stars, seizing moons, even becoming immortals and achieving the Tao, living forever. It is bizarre because the heavenly Tao laws of the Other Shore world differ from the previous world. Everything in this world is real, yet everything is also data-based. Just like the games from the previous world, there are attribute panels, system notifications, player channels, and personal inventories. The Taoism divine techniques and flying swords show their power and effects in a data-based manner. The wilderness is full of strange monsters and demons, capable of infinite respawn under the power of the heavenly Tao laws, like wild monsters in games. Even if one dies, they can revive, just like in a game, requiring only the cost of lifespan. But this is not a game. While everything in the Other Shore is data-based, treating this world as a game would be a grave mistake. A person who dies here indeed revives, but the cost is the depletion of lifespan. Each death requires consuming a substantial amount of lifespan to rebuild the body. Once lifespan is exhausted, one will perish completely. Lifespan can only be increased through certain spirit pills and heavenly treasures that extend life. But the most effective means is breaking through realms. By surviving a celestial tribulation and breaking through realms, not only does one's strength increase significantly, but one's lifespan is substantially extended. Even just once going through a great celestial tribulation to advance to a loose immortal grants several centuries of life. The allure of immortality and eternal life is irresistible at any time. Su Yu and other Earthlings lived in specially protected mortal grotto heavens within the human force's range before awakening. Only after successfully awakening and gathering a data-based law body would they emerge from the grotto heaven and formally enter the cultivation realm. He successfully awakened 6 months ago and, guided by the government, formally entered the cultivation realm. Subsequently, unable to obtain support from family and parents, he chose to leave the fully developed human civilization core, where every inch of resource is owned, and headed for the newly explored human civilization territories. With millions of newcomers, he boarded a transoceanic giant ship, collectively sent to the Blue Mountain Archipelago, tens of millions of kilometers away from the human civilization core. Disembarked at Blue Sea City, one of the 3 main cities on Blue Mountain Island established by human civilization, he participated in a government-hosted recruitment fair, signed a contract with the Thousand Feather Guild, located midstream of the Yuanjiang River, and became a formal member. Guild benefits allowed all formal members to ride for 3 days of free upgrading, today being the last day. After 3 days of accumulation, using 1 refining jade talisman each day for double experience, plus a 100% boost from his golden finger, Su Yu has now accumulated 3.2 million cultivation points, which is slaying experience, and gained 33 Dao points, equivalent to skill points. This is enough to elevate his Qi refining heart skill by more than 10 levels, quickly bypassing the novice stage. With a sigh, Su Yu focused his mind back, turned around, and returned to the cabin of the giant wooden divine ship, finding an empty room with no one inside. Closing the door, hanging a cultivating sign, he focused his mind. Check attributes. The next second, a light screen only he could see opened, countless starlights emerged, and a series of data appeared on the light screen. Character: Su Yu. Race: human race. Bloodline: not activated. Innate attributes: root bone 18, comprehension 16, sixth senses 18, luck 16, lifespan 18/91. Qi and blood 100 points, mana 100 points, physique 10 points, strength 10 points, Qi control flight 0, sword control speed 0, Taoism, magic, thunder, skill none, divine techniques none. A clean slate, as new as can be. Root bone represents cultivation aptitude. With low aptitude, many advanced Qi refining heart skills cannot be cultivated. Comprehension represents the ability to understand Taoism, as powerful Taoism and divine techniques have comprehension requirements. Six senses represent the 5 senses and the mysterious sixth sense, directly related to combat talent and tactical understanding. Luck represents fortune. This attribute is variable and refreshes every hour. Everyone has bad luck moments and good luck moments too. Lifespan, meaning Su Yu is now 18 years old, and means he can live up to 91 years. It can be extended by taking life extension elixirs or spirit fruits, but before the first celestial tribulation, the maximum lifespan is capped at 150 years, regardless of the extension method. If a cultivator dies, they'll lose a certain amount of lifespan depending on the cause. A minimum of 5 years and a maximum of 50 years. Generally, dying by monster hands or in player versus player deaths outside only results in around 5 years of lifespan lost. If killed by some evil magic, such as being refined into the 10,000 souls banner or turned into a zombie spirit by a demon Dao cultivator, or killed by certain powerful magic, more lifespan is lost. The worse the death, the greater the loss. The most significant loss way is failing a tribulation. Dying under a celestial tribulation requires at least 50 or more years lifespan to reshape the body. Innate attributes are generally above 10 points, below which are unlikely to awaken a data-based law body to become a cultivator, ending up as ordinary people living forever in the grotto heaven. Innate attributes over 20 points are considered excellent. Over 30 points are classified as genius level. Over 40 points are super genius. Su Yu's innate attributes are below 20 points, but a few are among the top ones below 20, which allowed him to get the offer from the Thousand Feather Guild, becoming a guild member under its protection, which is much better than those without a guild who have to fend for themselves. After checking his attributes, Su Yu refocused. His thoughts opened the Sumeru space, where the initial 20 slots only had 3 items, 2 of different colored jade slips. He first took out the purple jade slip. Holding it, a prompt appeared in his mind. Do you want to learn the purple essence chi refining skill and intermediate Taoism? Yes. The jade slip glowed, crumbled into a stream of light that entered his brow and disappeared. In the next second, his panel's Taoism section displayed the purple essence chi refining skill. Purple essence chi refining skill, intermediate. Xuanmen chi refining heart skill, a total of 15 levels. Each level increases chi and blood by 20 points, mana by 40 points, magic power by 20 points, mana recovery by 0.1/second. Training requirements: innate constitution 15 points, innate perception 14 points. Basic Taoist law grades and basic sword formulas are the same, with the lowest being beginner, intermediate, advanced, exquisite, mysterious, sect master, supreme, great Tao. Chi refining heart skill is the foundation of all cultivation. The heart skill given by the guild is only an intermediate chi refining heart skill, which is not considered a good heart skill, but when it's free, there's no need to be picky. Let's just use it for now. When I have money or join a sect, I'll switch to a better one. Then I took out a red jade slip, transformed it into light that merged into my body, and a Taoist law called Fire Element True Understanding appeared on the panel. Fire Element True Understanding. Fire-type Taoist law, containing many fire-type spells, a total of 10 levels. Attributes. Each level increases fire-type spell power by 1%, casting distance by 5%, and provides some theoretical experience in fire-type spells. Training requirements. Innate perception, 15 points. Fire Element True Understanding is also a guild benefit. After leveling up, various fire-type spells can be comprehended, making it very useful for leveling up. Consciously focus on the Chi refining heart skill, and a green plus sign immediately appears on the Taoist law. Then glanced at the 3.2 million cultivation points accumulated these days in the experience pool, which is combat experience, along with 33 Tao cultivation points, which are skill points. With a single thought, 20,000 cultivation points and 2 Tao cultivation points are extracted from the experience pool and invested into the Taoist law. The next second, a warm current surged from within, circulating through the meridians of the entire body, finally converging into the Qi Sea, transforming into mana. Hint: Purple Essence Qi Refining Skill increased to level 1, Qi and Blood plus 20, Mana plus 40, Magic Power plus 20, Mana Recovery plus 0.1 points per second. Hint: Unknown Factor Influence: Qi and Blood plus 40, Mana plus 80, Magic Power plus 40, Mana Recovery plus 0.2 points per second. Hint: Purple Essence Qi Refining Skill increased by 1 level. Derived Taoist Law: Condenses a Qi shield from mana to protect the body. Each level, Heart Skill plus 150 defense. Mana Conversion Rate base 5 points, plus each level plus 1 point. Qi Shield Rupture Buffer Time 30 minutes. Hint: Unknown Factor Influence: Each level Heart Skill plus 300 defense. Mana Conversion Rate base 10 points, plus each level plus 2 points. Qi Shield Rupture Buffer Time 30 minutes. As expected, Su Yu's eyes lit up. The joy in his heart was unmistakable. My golden finger not only boosts experience but can also enhance Taoist laws. This is great. Continue. Eyes focused on the Taoist law again, and once more invested the accumulated cultivation points and Tao cultivation from the experience pool into the Taoist law, improving level by level. Each level raise produces a warm current within the body. Every cycle of the warm current slightly increases mana. With accumulated levels, mana continuously rises. Hint: Purple Essence Qi Refining Skill increased to level 5. Derived Taoist Law. Using mana to ride the air. Base height 100 meters. Each level heart skill plus 20 meters height. Base speed 80 kilometers per hour. Each level heart skill plus 10 kilometers per hour. Mana consumption 5 points per second. Hint: Unknown Factor Influence. Base height 200 meters. Each level heart skill plus 40 meters height. Base speed 160 kilometers per hour. Each level heart skill plus 20 kilometers per hour. Mana consumption 5 points per second. Finally, I can fly. With a single thought, Su Yu felt an invisible force lifting him off the ground, slowly floating upward. Initially, the flight was a bit wobbly, but as he adjusted the angle with his thoughts, he soon stabilized in the air. After a short moment, he moved forward with a thought, stopped in midair at will. With another thought, he flew backward, moving flexibly up and down as his thoughts directed, entirely without the imagined clumsiness. It's not as difficult to grasp as the teacher said. Could it be that I have a bit of talent in this area? After trying for a while, his mana consumption was immense, and Su Yu slowly landed, rested briefly, and continued to increase his cultivation. Wave after wave of cultivation points were invested into the Taoist law, transforming into mana, slowly driving the heart skill level up. This is the abnormality of the dataized heavenly Tao laws in the other shore realm. As long as there are enough cultivation points and Tao cultivation, continuous cultivation improvement is possible, which is utterly impossible in a normal cultivation world. Hint: Purple Essence Qi Refining Skill increased to level 10, derived Taoist law, uses mana to condense a Qi strength to attack the enemy. Base damage is 100% basic magic damage of the Qi Refining Skill. Each level heart skill attack range plus 20 meters. Mana consumption 120 points. Cooldown time 15 seconds. Hint: Unknown Factor Influence. Base damage is 200% basic magic damage of the Qi Refining Skill. Each level heart skill attack range plus 40 meters. Mana consumption 120 points. Cooldown time 15 seconds. Su Yu consumed 660,000 cultivation points and 20 Tao cultivation points in one go, raising the Purple Essence Qi Refining Skill to level 10. Overall increasing 400 Qi and blood, 800 mana, 400 magic power, mana recovery 2 points per second, 10 levels, equivalent to the attribute boost of a level 20 rookie from the Thousand Feather Guild. Still quite a few cultivation points left, 2.54 million, but only 13 Tao cultivation points. But he did not continue to improve, shifting his focus to another skill, Fire Element True Understanding. This improvement was simple. 10,000 cultivation points and 1 Tao cultivation point were invested, and a Taoist figure condensed from flame appeared in his mind, spewing a fire lotus. In a state of half-awakening, half-understanding, some experiences of fire spells were infused into his mind. When the anomalies in his mind dissipated, Su Yu opened his eyes and saw that a basic fire spell, Fireball, had already derived on the panel.